But if he's down there, then... What the f? Yo! Who's down there?
Meet Bear, the adventurer behind Exploring with Bear, known for testing survival skills deep in the wilderness. On a frigid night with temperatures near 30 degrees, he set out on a solo camping trip, despite battling the flu his RN wife feared had turned into pneumonia. Determined to test a DIY tent heater and an MRE after days stuck at home.
We are back for another adventure. Today's adventure, we're going to do some camping, sort of some survival camping. You know, we're going to test out some different things that I've seen out there. The problem with it is, I was advised against this. Here's the downside. I have had the flu since Christmas. And my wife, she's an RN, and she took that little test scope, whatever you call it, listened to your lungs. Listened to my lungs about 3 days ago and said that she believes it has now turned into pneumonia for me.
As darkness encroached, transforming the serene landscape into an ominous silhouette, Bear began the arduous task of setting up his camp and starting a fire. It was then, amidst the rustling leaves and crackling wood, that an unnerving sound cut through the silence. Something massive being dragged through the dense woods, steadily approaching his position.
So right now I hear something like huge being dragged through the woods. Sounds really crazy. If you guys listen, you can hear it. This was very odd.
Something's over there right now. It's getting closer. It's like something's being dragged. Tell me you guys hear that. Something is being dragged over there.
The sound was unsettling, disappearing and reappearing, leaving him armed and on edge as he continued his preparations.
What in the heck? That was a long drag, like it just kept going and going. But I don't see nothing, but it sounds pretty close.
Later, as Bear made his way toward a dried-out lake bed, the darkness deepened, amplifying every sound and shadow.
Here's a little interesting tidbit of this location out here. It is Bigfoot country also. There's that one show, Finding Bigfoot it might be called, even came out here. And the one with Bobo in it.
He spoke of Bigfoot and even skinwalkers, ancient Native American entities, adding a layer of primal fear to the already isolated environment.
Might be able to see some Bigfoot prints down here. So there is Bigfoot and there's also skinwalkers. So you guys comment. What do you think about Bigfoot? What do you think about skinwalkers? The supernatural. This isn't a haunted video or nothing, but I mean, we'll keep our eyes peeled for Bigfoot for sure. And skinwalkers here at night. Back in the day, there was a lot of Indians in this area.
The knowledge of such legends, combined with the earlier mysterious dragging sounds, painted an increasingly eerie picture of his surroundings. Back at his campsite, with the MRE cooking over the fire, the unsettling phenomena intensified. A sudden, terrifying sound echoed from the darkness, a noise so jarring that it prompted Bear to instinctively reach for his flashlight, only to find it malfunctioning.
Oh, crap. Holy smokes. That was a scary sound. I was coughing. I don't know if you guys heard that. Coming from back there, and I can't see nothing over there. Pitch black. Oh, my flashlight ain't working now. Wonderful. What the heck was that?
Later, in the profound darkness of his tent, as his eyes adjusted, he witnessed something inexplicable. A white or lighter shape standing out in the gloom.
Because right now the light's in my eyes and I can't see nothing over there. But my eyes are starting to get a little adjusted to the dark because I had no lights on. I was just sitting here. It looked like something white. Like I could see, I could make out something white. And I tried to get a flashlight on it, but then it was gone. So that was pretty weird. but I didn't get to see really what it was, but it looked like something standing. It was lighter. Not white, but lighter. Like I could just make out something. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it really.
He quickly tried to illuminate it, but the light only made it vanish, leaving him with a chilling sense of what might have been observing him. The night's culmination arrived when Bear, sitting by his fire, again perceived a strange anomaly in the distant darkness. There was something sort of like light and glowing over there, an ethereal presence his camera couldn't capture, yet was unmistakably visible to his naked eye.
How is that possible? There's something sort of like light and glowing over there. I can see it with my eye. It's not coming up on camera.
Each time he cast his flashlight upon it, the glowing entity disappeared, only to reappear when the light was extinguished.
And it's there. That is weird. I do not know what that is.
This repeated vanishing act underscored the unnatural quality of the sighting, solidifying the realization that he was not alone, and whatever was out there preferred the cover of shadow. Overwhelmed by the escalating strangeness and the debilitating effects of his illness, Bear made the difficult decision to cut his solo camping trip short.
A whole lot of time's passed. I don't know if I should sleep here or not, guys. I'm calling it.
The wilderness he sought for solace revealed a darker, watchful side. Leaving behind unanswered questions about the sounds and lights of Bigfoot country, his survival test became a harrowing reminder that the most dangerous things in the wild are often the ones you can't see. In the next case, there was no warning, no growing sense of dread, just a single image, reviewed too late, revealing that someone had been there all along. In 2024, an anonymous TikTok account uploaded a short video titled, "I'm Not Ever Going Camping Again." The clip featured a single photograph taken during a family camping trip in the mountains. At the time, nothing about the trip or the photo seemed unusual. That changed later, once the photographer returned home and reviewed the image more closely. Hidden among the trees was a man, partially obscured by shadows, standing still and staring directly toward the camera. No one remembered seeing him during the trip, and there was no explanation for how long he had been there or why he went unnoticed. The account never provided further details, and the identity of the figure was never confirmed. Some believe it was simply another camper, while others argue the placement and posture feel too deliberate to be coincidence. Whether the image was staged or captured, something genuinely unsettling remains unknown. And it's that unanswered question that continues to make the photo so disturbing. In the next case, the fear didn't come from a photograph reviewed later, but from sounds heard in the woods, warnings that something unseen was already moving closer. In 2021, a man known only as John went out on a solo camping trip, seeking isolation deep in the wilderness. What should have been a quiet night outdoors would later become something far more disturbing. The footage from that trip was eventually uploaded to TikTok through an anonymous account under the name Old Fogey John. The video, less than a minute long, was posted without a title and without explanation. Earlier that day, while setting up camp in daylight, John began hearing strange and unexplained sounds coming from the surrounding woods. The noises were unsettling enough that he decided to take precautions. As night fell, he set up a night vision camera, hoping to capture whatever might be moving through the darkness around him. What the camera recorded has never been fully explained. The footage appears to show a figure moving within the range of the night vision, its shape and behavior unclear, leaving viewers to question what they are actually seeing. No follow-up was ever provided, and John never clarified the events of that night or the identity of what appeared on camera. To this day, it remains unknown whether the footage is authentic or staged, or whether the figure caught on night vision was a person, an animal, or something else entirely. Whatever John experienced that night clearly frightened him enough to share it, and then disappear, leaving the mystery unresolved and open to interpretation. Stepping into the wilderness unprepared can sometimes be more terrifying than any ghost story. We're delving into an encounter where a group's enthusiasm quickly turned into a night of unexpected dread, proving that nature doesn't need to be hostile to be utterly overwhelming. Meet the creators behind Beersos, a US-based channel known for documenting chaotic, first-time outdoor experiences without polish or filters. Their videos capture what happens when preparation falls short and small problems quickly escalate. On October 26, 2025, they arrived at Gold Creek campsite in high spirits, joking about their lack of planning, unaware that fading daylight and the unfamiliar surroundings were about to turn the night into a far greater challenge.
Oh! Ah! Nico.
That's okay.
Dude, don't get it dirty, bro.
How do I not do that in the f***ing forest?
Wait, bro, this is good. This is big.
Really good, actually.
So I know you need the poles.
Dude, I've never set up a tent in my life, bro.
I've never set up. I've only watched a 4-minute video of someone doing it.
Did you ever go camping with your dad?
No. My dad was Chinese, bro. You know, our tent's supposed to be $100. Like, you know, like I bought.
Did
like,
you buy? It was $100.
Yeah. Like, is that really cheap?
I think. Yeah. 100.
It's 100. But it's Amazon Basics though. Like Amazon Basics aren't bad. They're never bad.
Tent assembly quickly devolved into a struggle. The rocky ground proved stubbornly resistant, preventing pegs from being properly secured, while holes were forced into place incorrectly. Minor injuries soon followed, and as frustration mounted, attempts to improvise only made matters worse. The mood inside the camp swung wildly between bursts of laughter and growing irritation, all while the last vestiges of daylight continued to disappear, leaving them in a race against the encroaching darkness.
Wait, do the other sides, do the other sides, do the other sides.
Okay, Slash, tell me, is it through the hole or through the loop?
I ain't saying nothing until you guys something more.
Hole or loop?
Hole.
Hole?
Metal hole.
Metal hole?
Yeah, I think that's giving better vibes.
Guys, this is so fun.
Wait, dude, it's literally happening. This is so cool.
Okay.
Sudden rain soaked the mesh tent almost instantly, leaking inside and drenching their gear. Discomfort quickly turned to anxiety as darkness closed in, and the threat of wildlife became impossible to ignore. Combined with biting cold and inexperience, the storm turned the campsite from an adventure into an overwhelming ordeal.
Oh, dude, fuck. Oh my god. I'm so over this.
Selesh.
I'm actually over this.
Selesh, we're done.
Oh god.
My two helpless children.
Oh god. Oh wait, you shoved the
what?
key in there?
So the idea is,
Dude,
at least from my understanding,
you
is
shoved
this
the
is
key in
this is supposed to go in here, and then this one you nail it down to the ground because it's L-shaped will keep it from coming back up.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna just let him do it. I'm tired.
Okay, we have to do two.
Yeah. Hammer,
I didn't know you needed a hammer to go camping. Like, that's so weird.
A nearby camper, witnessing their predicament, stepped in and graciously lent them a mallet, finally allowing the tent pegs to be secured properly. A collective wave of relief washed over the exhausted group, but the profound realization sank in. What they had anticipated as a simple experience had become far more demanding and arduous than they could have ever imagined. Cooking dinner proved to be no easier. The wind and rain relentlessly interfered with the camp stove, filling the area with smoke and adding to the chaos with sizzling food. While jokes and laughter continued to punctuate the air, An underlying tension persisted as everything seemed to require an insurmountable effort. Inside the leaky tent, the group reflected on their night, universally rating it poorly. They acknowledged the exhaustion, minor injuries, the constant stress, and the sheer unforgiving nature of their first solo camping attempt. Humor carried them through the night, but the experience left a lasting reminder of how unforgiving the outdoors can be when things unravel. What makes the video unsettling isn't an external threat, but how quickly excitement turns into anxiety. Proof that nature doesn't need to be hostile to feel overwhelming. In the next clip, that moment comes without warning, captured in real time deep within the forest, where the silence breaks and instinct takes over. Earlier last year, a short but deeply unsettling clip surfaced online from an anonymous TikTok account known as ac.adventurer. Though the video was under a minute long, it carried an immediate sense of urgency. Titled, "Got the hell out to Dodge real fast." It offered no explanation, only an unfiltered reaction to something the creator clearly hadn't expected to encounter. Filmed deep in the Alberta wilderness, the footage showed a forest that appeared calm, yet sounded anything but. As the camera focused on the tree line, a series of disturbing, unnatural noises echoed through the woods. The sounds were low, distorted, and difficult to identify, neither clearly animal nor easily explained by wind or terrain. They carried a sense of size and proximity, as if whatever was producing them was moving through the forest rather than calling from afar. The tension was unmistakable, reflected in the creator's breathing and increasingly unsteady framing. What made the clip so unsettling was the lack of context. There was no narration or explanation, only a later caption admitting confusion and asking for answers about the sounds captured that night. The video ended abruptly, suggesting a quick retreat rather than a resolution. With no answers offered, it left viewers wondering what was making the noises and how close it was when they decided to leave. Venturing into the wild alone at night can be thrilling, but what happens when you're deep in the heart of legendary creature sightings, with a massive storm rolling in? Meet the creator behind Roaming Reckless, an adventurer who explores wild landscapes alongside their dog Tazzy. On one trip into North Georgia's so-called Bigfoot country, a sudden storm turned a planned camping trip into a test of endurance, revealing just how unprepared they were for the conditions.
Safe to say it's another storm camping episode. These storms are just following me around. I mean, it is that time of year. It's spring showers, right?
Compounding the challenge, Tazzy, their loyal canine companion, was terrified of the thunder, showing clear signs of distress. To help ease her anxiety, they made a quick stop to purchase a special thunder shirt, hoping it would bring some comfort amidst the escalating storm.
You're like a fainting goat. You gotta get up, get up. You gotta get up so I can fit this properly so it actually works. Let's look at what this says. It says recommended by trainers and vets. Pressure has been used to successfully reduce anxiety for many years in both animals and humans. Examples include parents swaddling infants, vets using squeeze chutes when vaccinating cattle, and people with autism using pressure to relieve persistent anxiety. Thundershirt's patented design applies gentle, constant pressure on a dog's torso. This pressure helps calm most dogs.
Deeply fascinated by cryptids, the owner expressed a strong belief in Bigfoot, a creature frequently sighted in the North Georgia mountains. They discussed various accounts, distinguishing between fabricated evidence and chilling stories of people mysteriously disappearing.
Funny enough, Bigfoot country. Do you guys believe in Sasquatch? I believe I've said this on the channel before, but I really want to. Listen to me, I love conspiracy theories, and while I don't believe in every single one that's out there, I want to so bad. I want to believe in Bigfoot so bad, you guys have no idea. Do I believe? You know, I think I really do. Like, I think I really do believe that there's Sasquatch out there. It just makes sense to me. I've heard a lot of stories of people who faked evidence, which is not, it's not good for my cause here. There was this one guy that I heard of who was planting evidence, like Bigfoot feet. Pretty sure he was like a famous doctor, and then on his deathbed told everybody that the evidence that he had found, he planted himself. So I know there's a lot of stories going around out there, things happening like that. But then on the other hand, there's a lot of stories of people getting taken by Sasquatch in the middle of the night. And you guys let me know right now, comment below if you believe in Sasquatch/Bigfoot. Tranquilizer gun used by Bigfoot hunter. 1970s Florida skunk ape expeditions. Video footage. Look at that. That's crazy. Bite marks were molar-like. There's a working research laboratory right here. Sasquatch hair DNA compared to human hair DNA. Look at that. Missing person reports. Look at all of those. I didn't expect so much proof, like DNA proof. Sasquatch proof. They're real. They have a map of Georgia with colored pegs on it, and it's all differentiated by first-hand encounters, returning Sasquatch encounters, and then yellow pegs are when it wasn't clearly seen. Up here were all the concentrated green first-hand sightings, and pink indicating returning encounters. That's where our campsite is tonight. Like, we're in the thick of Sasquatch country. Bigfoot eats dogs? Okay. Taz isn't going anywhere. Poor girl is terrified of thunderstorms, and now she's gonna be a target for Bigfoot too. What?
A monster or a myth. No one really knows. It's the people around town.
This was a vehicle they used for research, trying to find Bigfoot. All of these Native American tribes also have a word for Sasquatch. There's no way it's not real when they all have their own language for it. Yeah, there's no way after all of that evidence that you can convince me that Bigfoot isn't real. Crazy.
This visit only solidified their conviction that Bigfoot was not just a myth, but a tangible, elusive presence. With renewed conviction, they pressed deeper into the Grenadier, venturing off the main roads into the heart of Bigfoot country. The already intense rain and fog thickened, casting an ethereal, almost suffocating ambiance over the landscape, making visibility incredibly difficult.
Get up into the fog now, everything's getting hazy. It's so pretty up here. I feel like I'm in Washington or something, not.
The owner deliberately chose a remote pull-off, far from established campgrounds, desiring to be immersed in the forest's raw solitude, precisely where Sasquatch sightings were concentrated.
Up here were all the concentrated green first-hand sightings, and pink indicating returning encounters. That's where our campsite is tonight. Like, we're in the thick of Sasquatch country. Bigfoot eats dogs. As far as camp goes tonight, I'm really just gonna try to find a good pull-off on this forest road because I don't really want to stay at like an established campground in the area. I'd rather be in the thick of the forest. You know what I'm saying? Looks like a good enough spot to me. There's a fire pit right here, so obviously people have camped.
Later that night, as the storm intensified and darkness fully descended, the owner and Tazzy took a quick potty break outside. The dense fog, combined with the incessant rain, reduced visibility to almost nothing, creating an incredibly disorienting and terrifying experience.
Oh my gosh, talk about the creepiest campsite ever. You guys, how creepy is this? don't want to go home anymore. But I have to. This is like scary. Let's go. Come on. Gotta be quick. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Go potty. Good girl. Good job, Mama. Alright, come on. Up here. That was like a horror video game. That's what that felt like. Oh my gosh. I'm like triple check we're locked in. That was so creepy. Oh, that just gave me like the heebie-jeebies. The thick fog, the rain, you can barely see.
The feeling of being completely exposed in such an environment, deep in an area known for Bigfoot activity, was profoundly unsettling, leaving them with an undeniable sense of being watched from the surrounding, impenetrable darkness.
Look at this creepy freaking campsite. There have been multiple Bigfoot sightings in the area, and a lot of them have been repeat. Like, they come around a lot, so. A huge thunderstorm is also on its way, so we are in for a night. Is that gonna be a good or a bad night?
Back inside their vehicle, the main thunderstorm began to rage. Lightning flashed and thunder boomed, shaking the vehicle. The owner quickly put Tazzy back in her thunder shirt and played a Bigfoot documentary to try and calm her during the most intense part of the storm, which was expected to last through the night.
Why are we refuting DNA? Also, side note, you guys, I am happy to report that I feel like Taz is getting a little bit better with thunderstorms. Cause look at homegirl, she's not even shaken, she's just passed out. Lightning. Here it comes. It's okay, Tazzy. Oh, it's a loud one. Let's put on your thunder shirt, Mamas. Before you start freaking out too much. Tazzy, work with me here, woman. Thunder shirt is on. She is still shaking, however. I did see comments in the last thunderstorm episode of people saying that playing something in the background like music or a TV show should help during a thunderstorm, so we're gonna just keep playing the Bigfoot show. And Tazzy's got her thunder shirt on, and hopefully it helps.
Despite the harrowing conditions, they managed to make it through until morning. The next day, the fog still hung heavy, but the immediate threat of the storm had passed, bringing a sense of relief and calm, though the eerie atmosphere of Bigfoot country remained.
Well, it's still foggy and kind of creepy out, but way less freaky during the day. Let me tell you. Hi, baby girl! Mama, go potty! It's not hangout time, it's go potty time. Taz made it through the night, obviously. She's doing great. Look at her, she's so freaking happy.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah! What are you doing?
Tail's wagging, she's living her best life. This fog is so intense. Visibility is terrible. It's so Pacific Northwest-esque. Look at this. Honestly, looking through the camera, it's clearer than it looks in person. Like, the camera shows the whole road, in person, visibility stops right here. We're in the clouds!
Surviving a night in Bigfoot country during a massive thunderstorm is no small feat. The owner and Tazzy faced both the unpredictable wrath of nature and the chilling possibility of encountering something far more elusive and terrifying. While they escaped unharmed, The experience left them with a profound respect for the wild and an even stronger conviction that some mysteries are best left undisturbed. One thing's for sure, the silence of the fog and the distant rumble of thunder will forever echo with the legends of the North Georgia mountains. Jasko and his friend Chris embarked on what they hoped would be their most terrifying investigation yet. But what they encountered pushed the boundaries of their courage and left them questioning everything. Meet Jasko, the creator behind the YouTube channel Jasko, known for exploring some of the most haunted locations. Joined by his friend Chris, he set out to camp overnight in the infamous Devil's Forest, a place steeped in dark history. Their arrival was immediately unsettling when a sudden flash of light and a shadowy figure appeared in the trees, setting the tone for a night that would quickly spiral into unexplained terror.
What was that?
What did you see? What?
Okay, that, you see how there's this thick tree to the left?
Yeah.
The thin tree to the right. It looked like something just zoomed from right to left into the woods. You recording?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, something really weird just happened. We were just driving, and I shit you not, it looked like a person standing on the left side of the road here, and we saw like a flash of light quickly. And we just slammed on the brakes. I was like, Chris, get the camera ready. And I'm just kind of checking things out right now because I'm a little...
Yeah, it was very clearly a person standing there.
It looked like... So we were just driving. The van is right there. And we were looking for a campsite. We're going up the road. And we saw what looked like someone standing. And as you can see, it still kind of does. I don't know if that's like some sort of fabric or whatever that is. I slammed on the brakes. We backed up. But the thing is, right when we saw that...
As they continued their exploration, the duo stumbled upon a collection of discarded personal belongings: a twisted tea can, a wet beanie, and a jacket. The items felt recently left, triggering a wave of suspicion. They couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something had just been there, watching them. The air grew heavy with an unseen presence, making them question if they were truly alone.
Unless...
Oh, come on.
Someone's out here. Twisted tea?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Hello?
So there's something moving in the distance. Oh.
Assuredly.
Okay.
Assuredly, okay.
That's good.
There's a bag there. Now, my big fear right now is, did someone just literally take this off?
Playful.
Playful.
Someone's moving around right there.
Bro, come here. Come here, come here, come here. You see that, right?
Oh, what?
It's like wet.
Yo, there's somebody out there? Hello?
Bro, they just said three things at once. Cult, trickster, Misty Hollow.
Okay. Bro, what is happening right now?
It sounds like we're genuinely being surrounded right now.
I don't know.
The tension deepened when they found a camera in the bag, its flash possibly explaining the earlier light, along with personal items and a reference to Matthew 7. As the spirit box messages grew more disturbing, it became clear whatever was communicating with them was deeply tied to the forest's dark past.
Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, wait. I will never... Matthew 7... Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What is going on right now? Bro, we need to get out of here, like, ASAP. Please, what's going on?
What is it? Matthew 7:1-2. Matthew 7... What the... What was that? Chris?
I just saw something big move right in front of me. Almost like a person, but there's no one fucking there, bro.
Guys, can you let me know what this stuff means down in the comments? This is gonna sound crazy. We could bring this back to the van if you want. The gloves are in the van.
If you want to. Whoa.
I'm so uncomfortable right now. Yeah. I'm just gonna open this quick and just check. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, okay. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, there's shoes, there's a camera. It makes for the pictures, no?
Oh, the flat. That's the light we saw.
Shut the there's no way. No, there's no way. No.
Be smart about this.
Haunted by what I've done.
Holy shit.
Haunted by what I've done. There's something moving down there for sure.
Jasko decided to brave a solo investigation down a dark trail, armed only with night vision. However, the forest itself seemed to fight back. His camera batteries inexplicably died twice within minutes of entering the path, a chilling sign of the location's supernatural interference. Despite these ominous warnings, Jasko persevered, pushing deeper into the darkness, determined to capture what lurked within.
Completely alone, in night vision. Chris is going to stay back, share some stories. So something really strange has happened. I just tried to go twice with 2 separate batteries. I have them here in my pocket somewhere. Literally, I would make it 10 feet into the trail and my battery would just die. It's happened twice now. So 3rd time's a charm. But yeah, look at how fat these batteries are. 100%. I'm trying to investigate, but you don't let me. It said some pretty interesting things. Susan, I'm so sorry to hear about your tragic past. Can you tell me some of the things that you experienced? So this is the Devil's Forest, guys.
Angrily.
Angrily, okay. Clearly. Susan, can you tell me how you passed?
Wooded nature.
Wooded nature. Not quite sure what that means. It constantly feels like something is walking behind me, which is so freaky. Oh, okay.
As the night wore on, Jasko attempted a hide and clap challenge, seeking a direct interaction with the unseen. The climax of his solo journey came when Jasko distinctly heard his name called from down the trail. But Chris was in the opposite direction. A deep, primal fear set in, signaling that an entity was directly interacting with him, attempting to lure him deeper into the forest's embrace.
How this game goes, I'm gonna clap just like this. What I want you to do is to mimic that noise and let me know what direction you're in.
No to all.
You're no fun. You are genuinely no fun. Come on. You don't, I can clap like this, watch.
Apotropaic mark.
Apotropaic mark. Sorry, I was trying to make them laugh. Did that make you laugh, spirits? All right, how about this? I brought a rock with me because sometimes it's a little hard to get the gun ready. I have a rock. I'm gonna throw this rock. I want you to throw a rock back at me. Not at the head. I don't want a Caucasian. Anywhere else. You ready? Kobe. Go ahead. Cool. A lot of people that died in the water here, they believed were witches. It's a crazy story. A lot. That was a clap right behind me. That was a clap right here. Chris? Holy shit, he's so far. Never mind. Bro, that was right behind me. What is going on here? There's another clap right down there. I just heard my name being called from down the trail by Chris. But Chris is in that direction. Chris? But if he's down there, then... What the f? Yo! Who's down there? Hello? Bro, that bird, owl. I'm going back. I definitely just heard my name. Sound like Jazz. And it definitely sounded like Chris.
Back at the van, Jasko attempted to share some of the forest's dark history, detailing tales of witch burnings, vanished congregations, and a vanishing road that disoriented travelers. As Jasko spoke, strange sounds continued to emanate from outside the van, the atmosphere growing increasingly heavy and hostile, mirroring the stories he shared.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
in the late 1600s, during the wave of witch hysteria, a woman accused of witchcraft was dragged into the woods by townsfolk. Rather than burning her in public, they executed her deep within the forest. Some accounts say she cursed the mob with her dying breath, promising that the spirit would dwell in the soil. Okay. What in the world is that? Hello?
So cool.
Okay. It's funny when you start talking about the stories, it kind of like ramps shit up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. Promising that her spirit would dwell in the soil, in the water, and in the trees. Weeks later, 3 of her executioners were found dead. 2 hanging from branches, the 3rd face down in the lake. Since then, locals say that the witch whispers to travelers, luring them off the road. Now, this is one of those like folklore tales where it's like, yeah, right, you know?
Sure.
But when you get here, and you start hearing all these strange noises, and you hear things in the water and everything, you're like, I want to go home. I want mommy, you know? So I get it. I definitely get it. Now we're getting into the church and the disappearance. So in the mid-1800s, a small breakaway congregation tried to build a church at the forest's edge, hoping to cleanse the land. The structure was never completed, and records show that the pastor and all 14 members of his flock vanished without explanation. Only their foundation stones remain, blackened with scorch marks, and to this day, animals refuse to cross the boundary where the church once stood. Police were called dozens of times to investigate strange fires, animal sacrifices, and unexplainable symbols carved into trees. In 1978, a bonfire site was found with a pentagram of stones 30 feet across. The soil still warm as if something had burned for days. Investigators reported nausea, migraines, and hallucinations when standing inside the circle. Official reports were buried, but locals kept the stories alive. And this is one story that kind of generalizes it, but there are a lot of personal stories shared online about people encountering dark cloaked people in the forest, coming across a fire. Now, here's the thing. I will say something, which kind of like, we didn't record it because it was when we first got to this forest tonight. We drove by and we saw like a fire in the forest. And in our heads, we were like, okay, campers. Cool. We're not the only ones here. But something about it seemed very off. And it was the way they were kind of standing around the fire. It kind of looked ritualistic in a way. We weren't recording. We were driving through. I didn't want to be one of those things where it's like, then the dolls appeared. Dozens of them, tied to branches with twine, their heads sagging, their painted faces melted from weather. One of them had a mouth stitched shut with red thread. Another was missing both arms and still dangled upright, as if invisible hands held it there. I kept driving, heart hammering. That's when I passed the old church foundation. Just a ring of stones now, moss covered and broken, but the moment my headlights washed over it, I saw people standing there. I hit the gas, but the faster I went, the longer the road seemed to stretch. That's when I saw him. A figure standing in the middle of the road, impossibly tall, limbs bent at wrong angles. That just gave me full body chills. The air filled with screaming. Not one scream, it sounded like hundreds. Men, women, children, overlapping, echoing from the trees. My rearview mirror flashed with movement, almost as if something was coming out of the lake. I don't remember the next few minutes. One moment I was slamming the gas, the next I was at the tree line, the forest suddenly gone. My phone buzzed back to life, but when I glanced at the clock, 2 hours had passed. I never tell people to believe in ghosts.
Check the window.
Hello? But Jamie sounds like talking.
So strange. It was very clear.
Okay. Well, story said, don't stop your vehicle and don't visit the lake. We stopped our vehicle at the lake.
Later, attempting to rest inside the relative safety of the van, Jasko heard a woman's voice outside, then a loud thump against the vehicle. Upon investigation, a clear handprint was found on the van's exterior. Hours later, Chris woke to tapping on the window and a shadow passing by the windshield. Just as they began to rationalize the events, an undeniable glass-shattering sound erupted nearby, sending a jolt of terror through them.
Outside the van. Here's the thing, his camera's recording, so it definitely caught it as well. I just picked mine up and I put my laptop down. I'm a little freaked out right now. Oh my god. But it sounded like something just hit the van. Okay. I'm not going to bed without doing a perimeter check, so this might be a good time to... There's a handprint. Right where I thought I heard something. Oh, fuck no. Okay, Chris?
Yeah?
I don't know if this is of concern. There's a massive handprint on the side of the van.
What do you mean?
I just heard a noise. It sounded like a thump.
Holy cow. I'm so sorry. I'm so freaked out. I know Jazz was just editing for a while. I don't want to wake him right now, but that was absolutely something banging on a window. That's what I heard.
What was that?
That was so loud. Dude, look around, please. Don't shut. There's just one outside right now.
But it sounded like glass shattering.
That was so loud.
What the fuck would that be?
Are the windows good up front?
They look fine.
As they huddled in the van, a gunshot rang out, followed by a strange moving light in the forest. Realizing they were being stalked, possibly by someone armed, Jasko and Chris fled in a panic, leaving behind an unsolved mystery. Who fired the shot and what was watching them in the Devil's Forest remains unknown.
Did you see anything?
There's a light. There's a fucking light right there.
Oh, oh shit.
What is that? Is someone out
Chris,
there?
what the fuck? Yo,
What is that?
Yo, there's someone out there. There's someone out there.
There's actually someone out there.
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on.
What the
Bro, is that someone out there? Bro, that's a light. That's a fucking light. It's moving. Chris, it's moving. There's someone outside the van right now.
Why? What are they doing? There actually has been somebody here the whole time.
What the fuck?
What was the gunshot for, though?
I don't know. Are they trying to scare us off?
Scare us off or something?
Do we get our gun? Hold on.
Yeah, it's up there.
Bro, I'm so fucking freaked out.
Wait, what should we do now?
I'm so uncomfortable right now. Everything just... There was someone out there.
100%.
There was a light, clear as day. I don't know where it went. We got several red flags on several occasions that someone was outside the van. The handprint on the side, there was many things. But, like I said, I don't know what the plan is tonight. We're so far away from home. We're already pushing 4 o'clock in the morning.
If you enjoyed these clips, subscribe to my channel and click to see more on the video on screen.